महिमा किसकी सुनी? परलौकिक परम प्रिय, परम पिता, परम आत्मा अर्थात परमात्मा। फिर उसको याद करते हैं। भगत जो भी हो, बंदगी करने वाले हो।
It's in honor of Shivratri, and they've got 12 big Shivlingams of all the main pilgrimage places.
Like moths plunging towards the flame, we journey to our home again. Like flowers open to catch the sun, our minds are open to... Thank you for your inspiration, for your life and love. Thank you for your recognition of the one above. Thank you for your sweet compassion, for your life of truth. Thank you for walking on this earth. Thank you for being. Do you hear me calling you? The voice of a mother and a father and a child. Would you recognize the truth? Do you feel the love that's falling सुन कर के मन हर्षाए हो सुन कर के मन हर्षाए मुरली के प्रकाश से मन में आशाओं का दीप जला है ओ आशाओं का दीप जला है मीठा अंधेरा जीवन का नव प्रभात खिला है ओ नव प्रभात खिला है मीठे बच्चे कहे मीठे बाबा हमें शिक्षाओं से सजाए हो शिक्षाओं से सजाए बाबा तेरी मीठी मुरली की धुन सुन कर के मन हर्षाए हो सुन कर के मन हर्षाए सुन कर के मन हर्षाए हो सुन कर के मन हर्षाए Om Shanti. Good evening, everyone. We have been learning, studying this spiritual knowledge for past few days, and we have come to this point where we understand that in this whole cycle of 5,000 years, right now, this time of confluence age, which is the most auspicious time of the whole cycle. And why it is auspicious? Because this is the time of God's descent on this earth. This is the time of meeting God. Time when souls who were searching for truth, they finally find the truth. So that's why this is the most auspicious time of this confluence age. And today we will understand it more deeply, and not only understand, but we will start this journey of experiencing divine meeting with God at this confluence age, auspicious confluence age, because this is the time we have understood the whole ladder throughout this cycle of 5,000 years. We've been falling down. The stage of purity was declining birth after birth. And at the end of the cycle, this is the time of upliftment once again, purification of the soul from complete impurity towards complete pure stage of the soul, or we can say finally going back to the originality. So that's the journey that continues during this confluence age. And the journey begins with God's descent on this earth. And as we have already understood that He also needs a medium to meet His children, to meet and talk to His children, and to give them the true knowledge about the whole cycle, about the creator himself and also about his creation. So the incorporeal God, Shiv Baba, he takes the medium of Brahma Baba. We call him Brahma Baba, who is the founding father of this Brahma Kumari's World Spiritual University. Prajapita Brahma Kumari Ishwariya Vishwavidyalaya, it is called. So this is the another question, that when God has to come and take the medium of a human being without taking birth, because God, if he takes birth, then he has to come into the process of life and death, just like all of us. So but he needs a medium because he needs to talk to his incorporeal children who are into corporeal experience through this human body, through this corporeal body. He has to talk to the souls who are actually into body consciousness for a long time. So that is why he also has to come and take body. But which body, which human medium he should choose, and how this selection is made. How would he choose that who will be my medium? Why only Brahma Baba? Like yesterday somebody was asking, why only Brahma Baba? Some people even ask that, can he also come through me or anyone else? So let us find out the right answer for that, because there should be some speciality, some unique quality of that medium as well. Although this whole world right now is Iron Age, because when God descends on this earth, this is the extreme of Iron Age also. In Golden Age, he was not required to come. In Silver Age also was not needed. In Copper Age, the sorrow and negativity has just started. So that is not the right time when he can come and tell us the difference between two extremes of complete purity and impurity, and then bring about the transformation. And we can imagine that that time of Copper Age, even if God descends at that time, there might be very few who would value his coming, because it's still not that impure. So when he has to come, he has to tell the secret of the whole cycle. So for that, whole cycle should be complete before he comes. This is almost the end of the cycle when he comes, and he tells the story of complete 84 births. He is telling us our own story. And in that story, while telling that, of course, as we mentioned, that he needs a medium. And who is that medium? We will understand the story of that medium, Prajapita Brahma Baba, to get to know accurately why this medium only. Why not anyone else? Because if somebody would think, they can imagine that, or they might have different idea about God's coming, that if God is coming, he could come through some very great personalities like some saints, some monks, or someone like a sannyasi or sages who have left their homes and they have been doing tapasya in the jungles, someone like that, or maybe some intellectual like some great scientist or someone like that, through whom he can explain to his children. But that is not the foundation of selection, God's selection of the medium. So let us see, have a little bit flashback about Brahma Baba's life story. We call him Brahma Baba right now, but his name before Shiv Baba's coming was Dada Lekhraj. Lekhraj, but people respectfully in that society would call him Dada Lekhraj because he was born in a Sindhi community in undivided India in Sindh, Hyderabad. And it is at the age of 60 when he started having these divine visions through Shiv Baba, because he was the soul who was searching for God since his childhood. Of course, the soul doesn't remember his past lives, but if you talk about this life of Brahma Baba, since childhood, he was very keen to know about God, to know about the truth. He was born in a ordinary middle class family, but then later on he grew up as a very big famous businessman, and he was actually a diamond merchant and very famous. He was having his business connections with all the kings and emperors of that time, of Nepal, of Hyderabad, and of other states as well. So, very, very flourishing business. But at the same time, there was a search since childhood that was going on in his mind, and throughout his life, he was always looking for some guru, some master, or someone who can guide him and who can let him meet God. So that was always his desire. But as many others, many of us, we didn't have the clarity. He also didn't have the clarity about what is the real form of God, who God is actually. So he was worshipping God in the form of Vishnu. And he would always keep that picture in his pocket. Even in his shop, that picture of Vishnu would always be there, because waiting for the moment when one day God will come and meet me. So that wait was always there. He was always going to gurus and mahatmas and some other great personalities to find out the truth, that how to meet God. So whatever those gurus and masters would ask him to do, he would try to do everything very sincerely, because doesn't want to miss the chance of meeting and finding God. But after so many years of search, and in that search, he actually had 12 gurus. Usually, a person would say that we should only follow one guru in our life, but he followed 12 gurus. Why? Because from one guru, if he couldn't find completely what he was expecting, and he would see that there is someone else also who can, seems to be that, who can give me more understanding about the truth. So he would go to that master as well and try to get all the knowledge, whatever they have, and try to follow everything, because he had a lot of respect for his masters and gurus. And out of respect, whatever they would say, he would try to fulfill everything. But even after that, of course, during this period of time, he grew up into a very big businessman, and then he got a family and he got children as well. But that search was always on, continuous. And when his age was almost 60 years, then he could feel a transition in his life, a phase where he was really having that disinterest from this world, that I just now want to give up everything, as if that desire of giving up, renouncing everything of this world, and I just want to go for search of the truth, completely dedicated towards that. But when this expansion of business and family and everything is there, it's not that easy to give up. Although he was having those thoughts of disinterest from this world, and he would talk to his wife Yashoda ji. So He would often talk to her that I am planning like that. After I'm 60, I will just renounce everything, give it to the children, and we will, both of us, we will go to the bank of Ganges, and we will go there and we will just do our own devotion and search for God in the last years of our life. So that is my aim. And she would always support him in this mission of life. Now, these things, these thoughts are coming in his mind frequently, but still the Lokik, the worldly things are pulling him. So there is a pull and from both the worlds. So that time, then at the age of 60, when he turned 60, there is a big transition in his life when he started getting some divine visions. You can see that is his personality before becoming Brahma Baba, when he was Dada Lekh Raj. Very, very royal, very uh, flourished business and prosperous lifestyle. And, and at the same time, a lot of compassion and mercy for everyone in his heart. So if we go into the details of his life story, it was a very unique. Even the kings and queens of that time, because that was the time he was born in 1876, and it is 1936 when he turned 60. That is the time, it's before independence period. It is the time when it was undivided India. So that is the time when there were kings and queens, and those kingdoms were still there. And Baba used to have connections with all of them. And usually they would say that, Baba, God has made some mistake. We feel that we are nothing in front of you. You should be the king, not us. God has made some mistake. So they also used to feel that kind of royalty and that speciality in his personality, which is not ordinary. Now, at the age of 60, he started having the divine visions. So the first divine vision that he had, it was of Vishnu Chaturbhuj, the four-armed Vishnu image. And he was in Mumbai at that time. In Mumbai also, he was staying in his house and he left. He was just about to leave from his house, and suddenly he has this vision of a very beautiful divine light. And in that divine light, the image of Vishnu is coming. It's like a living image of Vishnu and coming towards him, walking towards him, and saying, Aham Vishnu Chaturbhuj Tattvam, means I am the four-armed Vishnu, and so are you. You are the same as me. So when he saw that image of Vishnu, because he used to worship, as I mentioned, that he used to worship God in that form. And for him, it is God who has manifested in front of him and showing him his divine image. So you can imagine the kind of happiness and that blissful stage he had upon having this vision of Vishnu. And right after, because this was only a few seconds thing, and after that, Vishnu disappeared. But he was so happy inside, and he thought that this is because of the blessing of my master, my guru, that I have got this divine vision, which I was seeking for such a long time. But at the same time, he had this question mark. So, this is the first question mark. After this, you will see in every divine vision, he had some questions in the mind which he needs someone to clarify. So, the first question that arises his mind is that why did he say that I am the same? Because he is God. I am not God. Why did he say that you are the same? You are what I am. So this was the question mark, and he went to his guru, his master, to ask, to show his happiness as well, to thank him as well, that it is because of him that I got this. Because usually in the path of devotion, people have this feeling that it is because of my guru, my master, that I got this, some blessing of God or some divine vision of God. So when he had this experience, he right away he went to the guru and he told him, he shared whole experience with him. And in the end, he asked him this question, that why did he say that you are the same? Tattvatvam in Sanskrit means you are the same. You are same like me. I cannot be like him. He is God. Now Guruji tries to explain something according to his understanding and knowledge, but Baba was not convinced, that it doesn't seem to be the accurate reply of my question. So the question mark still remains. And then he also had the feeling that means there is someone else. It's not this human master or guru who is actually helping me to get these visions. There is someone else, some other power up there who is showing me all these visions. So this is how it started. And after this, then he was in Varanasi when he got another vision of destruction. And this was a very, very painful vision of destruction, pathetic and very heart breaking, this kind of vision that he couldn't even bear that. He was sitting in his meditation. He used to do meditation every day in his own way, like in the path of devotion, some reading of Gita, some chanting, and these kind of things he used to do every day. So that time, what happened is he was sitting in his evening meditation, and then suddenly, with open eyes, he saw this destruction happening in front of his eyes. And while seeing this image, for him, it seems to be real. It was not like a vision. He was feeling that it is actually happening in front of his eyes. This whole world is destroying, and nothing remains after that. So the feeling was very painful, and this is the first time in his lifetime, at the age of 60, first time when there were tears rolling out of his eyes. First time. He felt so painful that this whole world, everything is going to finish just like this. And what are we doing here? Why we are so much involved in all these material things if all this is going to end like that? So the vision was over, but before that, when he was having this experience of pain and sorrow while looking at that vision of destruction, the thing, the sound that comes from the heart was enough. He just said to God that it's enough. I cannot bear it anymore. Please stop it. So the vision was over. And after that, also for so long time, he was feeling that this is real. He was experiencing that as if the world has already been destroyed, already over. And there is nothing seems to be valuable, of any value in this world. And from there itself, because as I told you that he was a diamond merchant and his business was in partnership with the other partner. So he wrote a letter to his partner that now I am not going to do this business of coal. Now I will do the diamond business, business of real diamonds. And when he wrote this letter to his partner, who was his friend as well, his friend receiving the letter, he was also very surprised and shocked that what is he talking about? We are already doing diamond business, and which real diamonds he's talking about? What kind of real diamonds he has got now? So after that, he just mm, asked him to wind up everything, that I don't want to do this business anymore, because now rest of the time of my life I just want to find the truth, and I want to find that one who is showing me all these visions, and there is some signal, some message which is hidden in all these divine visions, and I want to identify, I want to explore that message which is hidden in these divine visions. So that became the mission of his life after that. So now, in this search, he was doing all the possible things what he could think of, sitting in meditation in his own way, reading Gita every day, going to the gurus and masters was still on, and sometimes inviting those gurus at his place to do some satsang or some spiritual gatherings at his place. So all this started, nothing else now of the worldly things. And if you talk about the financial terms, otherwise as well, he earned a lot in his lifetime. Actually, it was not required also to continue any business anymore. But right now, it was like a complete disinterest from everything else. So, in this whole process of search for that truth about that one who is showing me all these visions, then once again he invited one guru at his place, where usually it was his way that whenever some guru or master would come, he would do a lot of seva, lot of service for them, complete devotion for them, and so much respect that whatever they need, he would bring that and just sit beside them and do whatever is required. So much of devotional feeling was there. And this time also it was the same. When he invited the master, the guru, he was sitting there, and usually what was his system, that he would sit himself in the front row so that he is not distracted by anything, anyone who is moving around, so that he can focus on what guru is speaking. So he was sitting that way, or the same way as he used to do always. So now when guru is speaking, today the feeling is different. The feeling is that I can't focus, that kind of feeling, that today I'm not able to focus and I want to get. It never happened in his lifetime before. But today the feeling was that as if somebody is pulling him back. And pull was so much that he really wanted to get up and just leave. But he was forcing himself to sit there because this is disrespect if you just leave like that. But then finally, what happened is suddenly he got up, and without even asking for permission or saying a single word, he just turned his back towards the guru and left silently without saying anything. The whole crowd is so surprised because they have never seen Baba like that. It seems to be disrespectful for the master, for the guru. And his wife was sitting there, his daughter in law is sitting there, and they are also surprised, but they can feel, they can sense there is something wrong. Maybe he's not feeling well, or there is something. So his wife sent his daughter in law to see that what is the problem and if he needs anything. So his daughter in law, Dadi Brijendra, she was the first one, we would say the most fortunate one to see that vision, because he was sitting in his puja room, the room for worship. Usually in the Hindu families, there used to be, right now also many people have. So he was sitting in his puja room, and that time she saw, because she was looking for him. Where is he? It was a big house, and outside she saw his shoes, and she could make out that he is inside. And this is her first hand experience she used to share, and we all have heard her first hand experience about this first divine vision, what she has seen. She said that I there was a curtain. Usually there is no door on the puja room. It's only curtain. So she said that as I just removed the curtain, I stepped into that room. I saw that whole room is full of golden red light. It was like a divine light. I have never seen that. I know that in that room there is no red light. So I don't know from where this light is coming. And then when I stepped into that light, as if I entered into some other world, I became bodiless, as if I don't have a body. I became so light. And when I entered there is a subtle thought inside. I'm not even able to think too much because my thoughts became very slow. But I have a thought from where this light is coming. And then suddenly I saw Baba is sitting on his usual position where he used to sit for his devotional things. So he's sitting there, and there is red light coming from his eyes, as if there are red bulbs lit in his two eyes. And it was a so powerful golden red light. And she said that I was pulled towards that light, and I just went. I even don't remember because there was a system and tradition in the Indian culture that when the daughter-in-law goes to see father-in-law, she will not just go like that. She has to cover her head, and there is a respectful tradition for that. But she forgot everything at that time because it was completely beyond this consciousness of this body. And as if she doesn't even remember what is the worldly relation and all. She's just pulled towards that light, and she goes there and sits there in front of Baba, and she's just observing, what is this? Who is this? And then Baba is speaking. He started speaking, Nijananda Swarupam, Shivoham, Shivoham. Means I am the ocean of, I am the embodiment of bliss. I am Shiv. I am the embodiment of love. I am Shiv. I am the embodiment of peace. I am Shiv. I am the embodiment of light. I am Shiv. She could feel that this is some power who is speaking because Baba cannot say that. But still, there was a mixed feeling. Sometimes she is thinking that why Baba is saying that I'm Shiv. And then there is another feeling that it's not him speaking. You can feel that it's not him speaking. He's kind of lost somewhere. And there is someone else who is speaking through him. After speaking this, then Baba's eyes were closed gently after some time. And as soon as eyes are closed, this red light it disappeared. It became normal. But Baba's eyes were closed for a long, long period of time. And then when he opened his eyes back again, that time he himself is surprised. He himself is shocked. Why and how I came here, I don't know. He said that I was sitting in front of Guruji and I was thinking that what is happening to me, there was some pull who was pulling me to get up from there, but I was pushing hard myself that I should not get up from here. It's not right. But after that, when I got up and when I left from there, I don't know anything. What I know is only what I saw. So he explained what he saw during that time. He said that I saw one light. There was a light. It was might. It was like a shining star. It came down from the sky, and when it arrived just near me, it disappeared because he didn't get to know that it entered him. So he just saw it until here, and after that, it disappeared. And he says that after that, I reach another world. It was a beautiful world of light, golden red light. And he doesn't even know that it is called Param Dham or it is soul world or what is that. But he is just describing that image, what he saw. He said it was a beautiful golden red light. And in that golden red light, I saw there were so many shining stars. There were so many beautiful feeling, and it was a world of silence. And then I saw that those stars started coming down from that world of light, and they were coming down on this planet Earth. And as soon as they were touching this earth, they were converted into beautiful prince and princesses. And Radhe, Krishna, and so many prince and princesses were formed there, and they were playing, they were dancing. The nature is also so pure. I don't know what is that world, but that was very beautiful world. And I was enjoying that vision of that beautiful world. It was like heaven. And then suddenly there was a voice I heard. I don't know who is that speaking, but some voice was telling me, you have to create a world like this. You have to create a world like this. And after that, the vision is over. So he actually had, after, so he actually had the vision of the golden age, the heaven, a paradise on this earth, which is called Satyug. But that time he is not aware of that what it is. So he just saw that beautiful world. And then now still the question mark is there. Question is, who is saying that I have to create this world, because I don't feel that I have that power or that strength to, or that ability to create such a world. So who is saying that, and how can I do that? Actually, this was the time when the confluence age begins. Sangam Yug begins, because the first time when Shiv Baba entered into this corporeal medium of Brahma Baba, and but nobody knows the exact date and time, because it was not known at that time that it will become an important time of the history of this cycle. So nobody knows actually. We can say, like somebody the other day was asking about God's avatar, the God's incarnation or avatar. Nobody knows the exact time and date or the divine birth, what God takes when he comes. But there are memorials of his coming. So this was the time actually when he came for the first time. Still Brahma Baba has question marks, Dada Lekhraj, still he is Dada Lekhraj at that time. But after this day, every day, Shiv Baba started coming into his body. And through his body, through his mouth, started speaking the truth, the knowledge, the eternal knowledge of the whole cycle, the eternal knowledge of this whole drama, and knowledge about the history and geography, unlimited history and geography of this complete world cycle. The truths of all the scriptures, the secrets behind all the holy books and scriptures as well. And then he told him that you don't have to do anything. You just give me the chariot of your body. I will use it to talk to my children. You just surrender your body and yourself to me. I will use your medium to bring about transformation, to create this transformation work in this world, and to also talk to my children, to meet my children. So that world that he said that you have to create this golden age, you have to create this heaven. So he told him that you don't have to do anything. I will do through you. Because I will be the one who will be speaking through you, and from now on you will be known as Prajapita Brahma, because Brahma is a synonym of creator. Brahma, the creator, it is said. So through you, I will be creating a new world. But when I will be speaking through you, you will also listen. You are also a student, because his soul is also sitting. When Shiv Baba is speaking through his mouth, his own ears are also listening. And that original soul of Brahma Baba is also listening. And other children who will be in front of you also will be listening. So, and you will be called as Brahma, who is actually remembered in the scriptures as Prajapita Brahma, the creator, because I will do the work of creation through you. And all those children who will listen to this knowledge, my knowledge, through your medium, will be called Brahma Kumars and Brahma Kumaris, that we usually call as BKs. Means Brahma Kumar and Brahma Kumari means the children of Brahma, the sons and daughters of Brahma. Actually, this whole creation is the creation of Shiv Baba through Brahma. So actually everyone is his child, but those who consciously recognize, those who have this in their awareness, and those who are now, who have started implementing this knowledge and who have accepted that God is my Father and that Father is now here to talk to me and to guide me. And how he would guide, he would speak through the medium of Brahma Baba every day. And what he speaks, that is called Murli. So every day we listen to God's versions, his words of wisdom. That is the highest wisdom, because he is the wisdom of the wise. And that true wisdom really touches the hearts of those who were seeking for truth. Because the soul who was seeking for true knowledge, as soon as he will listen to that true knowledge, it will directly touch his heart, and he would feel that, yes, this is what I was looking for. So that is why it is called the sweet Murli. Why Murli? Because when we talk about Murli, usually we would have the image of Sri Krishna, Krishna playing that flute, that Murli. But it is actually the Murli of knowledge, the flute of knowledge that God Himself is speaking, and it sounds so sweet, because the truth, the highest truth, is actually very sweet. And when you listen to that knowledge, that Murli, it gives the solutions to all kinds of problems, whatever exists in this world. Everything has got a solution in the Murli. Everything. And those who are listening to this Murli every day, we study every day. We are all students. It might be like for last few days, you might feel that I am a teacher and I'm teaching you. But actually, I am also a student of this spiritual university. We all are students, because here teacher is only one God Himself. He is the teacher, He is the Guru, and He is the Father. So we call Him Baba, and His godly versions, His words of wisdom, which is like a love letter from the God. Every day, if God is writing a letter to you, He is sending a special letter personally for you, what would be your feeling? You can imagine God is sending a personal letter to me. So this is how, when we listen to Murli, that is the feeling and that is the truth, because it includes all these subjects. Like we said, that through this Murli, actually, this whole university is created through this true knowledge that God Himself was teaching and is teaching even now. And sometimes there might be someone else who is reading that letter for you. Suppose I read the Murli for you, but you know this is Baba's letter for me, this is God's letter for me. So while listening to whoever is reading, while listening to that, whose image your mind will create? This is his letter for me. So you will have that feeling that this is God's letter for me, Baba's letter for me, and Baba has sent some special message for me today. So we are even now, after so many years of listening and studying this Murli, even now, every day, I am telling you personally that every day I have a feeling as if I'm looking forward at what is Baba's message today for me. We never miss Murli. Never ever. Because it gives all the solutions, it gives answer to all the questions. And this is what is our study, studying from God directly. And like any other university or college, there will be different subjects. So here also we have 4 subjects. Would like to know? And all the 4 subjects are covered in everyday Murli. Murli is one, but includes everything. First subject is knowledge, Gyan. Second subject is yoga, means meditation, or we call it remembrance actually. Because when you say remembrance, it is simplified and more beautiful version of meditation. So Gyan, Yog, and third one is Dharana. Dharana means practical implementation of points of knowledge into life, how to practice it in my day-to-day life. So that is Dharana. So it's a kind of homework from the Murli. Every day I get some homework that what I need to practice. Then fourth is Seva. Seva means spiritual service. So there are some points about how to do Seva, how to serve in a right way, in a spiritual way. So all these 4 subjects are covered in everyday Murli. And from tomorrow, we will have, you will be promoted to the next class of Murli. So you will be listening to God's versions from tomorrow onwards. And actually, at all the centers all over the world, like if it is today's Murli will be same. In all the centers, same Murli will be read. So many Baba's children, they are listening to one Murli. And of course, it is translated into different languages because right now we have centers almost in 140 countries of the world. So all the countries, and only in India also we have various languages. So it is translated into different languages, but the Murli is same. On one day, it is the same Murli. And wonderful thing is that every child feels that this Murli was specifically for me. It was the answer of my question. This is the wonder. You ask anyone who is studying this Murli every day. But yeah, so this is how you have to experience. Once you experience, you will feel like that. I just want to share a little bit. When we started in the beginning, we went for 7 days course, and after that, we were thinking that like it was course was almost over, that I was thinking that I will ask the sister that if can we come after this also, because we were enjoying this knowledge very much, can we join continue after this also? But they already announced that yes, you will continue, just like I announced today that you will have the Murli class after this. And actually whatever we are listening until now and understanding, this was like the foundation. Now after this foundation you will be able to understand God's versions, how God speaks. And when He speaks, the first word He speaks is sweet children, because we are His sweet children. Even if we know, we understand very well how sweet we are, how sweet we are. We know after taking so many births and fallen down so much, we have lots of impurities, we have lots of vices and evils inside, so many weaknesses. But what is God's vision for me? My Supreme Father is still looking at me. This is my sweet child. So every Murli starts with this sweet word, sweet children. Then he will tell the message. What is the message for today? So this is how he talks to his children, because he is looking at the soul. He is not looking at the body. And he is looking at the originality of the soul. He has recognized me. That's why he has chosen me. He has recognized that these are the souls whom I have sent in the beginning of the golden age. These are the ones. That's why these are the ones who were really looking for truth more than anyone else. Because those who come later, their search is not that strong compared with those who came in the beginning. So that is why he has told us, you are the ones. You see, the soul, when he sent us here, he sent us shining stars, so beautiful and so pure. And after taking so many lives, the soul, that diamond, is covered with layers and layers of dust and mud and everything. Body has also become impure, but he still recognizes me. He can still recognize me. Isn't it amazing? I was searching for him. I couldn't find, but he found me. So we should have this intoxication as well, that God has found me and he has chosen me not only for my purification, but also to make me his hand in his work of world transformation. So he must have seen something special in me. This is a selection. It's not by election. This is a godly selection. It's not a lottery that just pick and choose anyone. It's not like that. It is his thoughtful selection, meaningful selection, and purposeful selection. There is a purpose, because right now, as we mentioned yesterday, this is the time of making this sapling ready for the new cycle, for the new period of golden age. So this is what God is doing now. Okay, so let us now sit in this experience for some time. Om Shanti. In this auspicious time of confluence age, at this time of transformation, I, the soul, I feel myself so fortunate. I realize that in this time of Iron Age, when the whole world is going through a period of sufferings, lot of turmoil, turbulence. At this time, my Supreme Father, Shiv Baba, when he comes, he comes to meet his children, the souls who were lost, who had forgotten themselves, their home and their father. Now he himself comes. He has chosen me. I am the fortunate one. I am the chosen one. As I realize that, I feel so blessed. I experience the inner joy of finding God. I can experience His hand of blessings on my head as a divine light. I can see myself under His canopy of light, canopy of protection. When the world outside is going through the turbulence, I am safe, protected under this shower of divine light. I'm really grateful. I'm really thankful. I'm so fortunate. And this divine love, God's love, gives me the courage, provides me with strength to walk on this path of self-transformation, to walk on this path where I can transform myself, I can uplift myself, and I can also become an example for others. Thank you, Baba. My heart is full of gratitude. I am inspired. Inspired to transform. Om Shanti.
Om Shanti Didi.
Om Shanti.
Before we go further to Q&A session, I have a small announcement to make. To all those who have attended this course through Zoom, YouTube, or Facebook, kindly send your name, city, country, and WhatsApp number to the following number, that is 9953019549. 99, I'll repeat once again, 9953019549, and your details will be completely saved with us. This is to follow up and provide you with the further information about the further classes that will be coming up. And starting tomorrow, there will be continuous Murli classes and other classes too. So be with us and send in your details so that we can follow up with you. Over to question and answer session. Thank you.
May I ask today's questions?
Yeah, please.
First question is, Didi, is it mandatory to leave non-veg and alcohol to achieve this wisdom?
See, it's like when the doctor is giving you some medicine, he's also telling you some precautions. If you keep eating the medicine but you don't take any precautions, medicine might work little bit, but it cannot help you as much it could help if you are taking precautions as well. So this is how it works. Of course, knowledge will help us, meditation will help us, but if we are able to follow purity of food and all these things, you will get to know more and more, but it will definitely help you more. You can get more strength. Otherwise, the strength, our energy is one side we are accumulating the energy, we are receiving power from Baba. On the other hand, then there is leakage of energy from all these things. So I understand this is a process. You can get a separate advice from the sisters for how to help yourself for giving up any kind of addiction if you have. So it will be good if you try from your side.
Ji, Didi. And the next question is, why is listening to Murli necessary for meditation?
Because meditation, what I'm teaching you is, as I told you, this is also told by Baba. And whatever is told by Baba is Murli. And it is like Baba is giving the knowledge about meditation, knowledge about the self, knowledge about all our karma and all other understandings about life, and everything he is teaching through Murli. Murli means wisdom given by Baba, wisdom given to his children by God himself. So it is through that wisdom we will understand what is meditation. Right now you have understood that yes, what is meditation in as a basic concept, but there are more depths and more deep understanding and more deep experiences of meditation that we can achieve through continuous listening of to Baba's directions in the Murli. So it will be helpful.
Om Shanti. Didi, one question that a person asks, now if Brahma Baba left his body, is God not coming?
Brahma Baba left in 1969, 18th of January 1969. And after that, also many people suddenly, when it happened, many people had this question that now what will happen? But then it took another form, because God has to still come and meet his children, because Sangam Yuga is still continuing. There is still this conference age, still the process of transformation is not yet complete. So God still has to come. So he took, before he was taking the corporeal medium of Brahma Baba, and when Brahma Baba became perfect, he left this physical costume and he became Avyakt. Avyakt means the with the body of light, the angelic form, you can say. And in that subtle region, he is there. So now, after that, Shiv Baba started coming through Avyakt Brahma Baba's body and coming through another medium of Gulzar Dadi. Wait a minute. So there are two kinds of Murli. When Brahma Baba was in Sakar form, that time it was a Sakar medium of Brahma Baba, and after that he took the medium of Gulzar Dadi, but still actually it was Shiv Baba through the subtle form of Brahma Baba, the Avyakt form of Brahma Baba. Both were coming and speaking through the medium of Gulzar Dadi, and that is after 1969, means after 18th of January 1969. That became the medium of Baba's talking to his children. So this is how it started, and until now there are so many Murlis. You can think of when Brahma Baba was in Sakar, there was Murli every day. And when after that Brahma Baba left, still there were Murlis. Often Shiv Baba was coming, Shiv Baba and Brahma Baba both were coming through the medium of Gulzar Dadi and speaking Murli. So there are so many years Murlis are still there. So Baba has this message for all of us who have just now joined the spiritual university or Baba's this family. It's a university and it's also a family. It's a spiritual family. So those who are the new children, new babies of the family, so for them the message is that we have to study from the beginning, all the Murlis. There is lot to study. God's messages are there. So we have to catch up. But there is Baba's blessing for all of you also. Baba has said, last so fast, fast so first. So those who have come late, last also, they can also catch up to be fast, and then they can become first as well. You have the chance, still have the chance.
Didi, how can we manage duties and responsibilities in my life if I want to go deeper in the meditation? How much time should I have to spend for this prayer, dharana, etc.?
Yeah, actually, we actually in spirituality, we learn to balance everything. And the more interesting thing is when I take out some time for my spiritual study. One thing is our day starts very early at 4 o'clock. So almost 3:30 or quarter to 4 we wake up in our spiritual lifestyle. So if you can shift slowly to a little bit early waking up, then what happens is that is your personal time where there is nothing else involved. So in the early morning time, slowly, later on sisters will tell you the schedule of the Murli. Maybe later on you can also join the morning classes. So in morning, what happens is usually your schedule starts after 7 or 8, something like that. But before that, we do our Amrit Vela meditation. Amrit Vela is early morning dawn time, which is the time of nectar meditation. Nothing is disturbed, no schedule is disturbed in that. We do our Murli in the morning time usually. And evening we take out 1 hour or at least half an hour for Numasham Yoga, which is evening meditation. Usually we have collective meditation at that time. This much is like if I'm able to manage this much. Then rest of the time I have for my other works, my job and my family and other responsibilities. But one interesting thing which happens is when I take out some time for my spiritual study and meditation, I get so much of charging that the work that I used to finish in 4 hours, I will be able to do it in 2 hours. So you will still save a lot of time. You are adding this additional thing into your schedule. Still, you will feel that you have some more time left, and then you will ask the sister, I have time. Can I do some seva? Give me some more responsibility of serving. So you will find this really miraculous. It is magical.
Okay. Somebody asked, why just Dada Lekraj as medium and none others?
Yeah, actually, when Brahma Baba got this vision of Vishnu Chaturbhuj, he also had this question that why he's saying that this is you. But later on, when Shiv Baba started coming through Brahma Baba's body and started speaking the Murli, then he clarified this that Brahma Baba is the soul who was actually number one soul of the golden age, who was Krishna in his first birth. Krishna who became Narayan, who became Vishnu. So the first emperor and empress of the golden age is Lakshmi and Narayan. So he is the same soul. He himself also didn't know. He was worshipping Vishnu. But it is Shiv Baba who told him that you are the one. So that soul who has actually taken birth, all the 84 births from the beginning of the golden age until the end. So that soul has the experience of the whole cycle. The Shiv Baba is the ocean of knowledge, but the medium through whom Shiv Baba is speaking is also having that experience of the whole cycle. That is why that medium was chosen by Shiv Baba.
Looking at the current scenario of the world, how is it possible to create completely opposite world of paradise?
Mhm. This is only when there is complete darkness. Actually, it gives the signal of a new morning, new dawn that has to follow after this. Because it's again the cycle. And after anything goes into the extreme darkness, there has to be complete transformation after that. Definitely, we can't imagine right now if we just use our own intellect, limited intellect, we can't imagine that how this will be transformed into golden age or such a beautiful paradise. But it is possible only with Baba's power. That's why he has to come. Human mind, human intelligence was not able to do that. You see, human intelligence has created so many things, but most of the things have become a medium of destruction rather than construction. Even if there are facilities that is actually helping us, but on the other hand, they have become responsible for destruction. It's only with God's power impossible becomes possible. That's why He is Almighty.
Didi, why listening to Murli is necessary for meditation?
I think I answered this question just now.
Okay, so repeat. Yeah. Om Shanti Didi, as we all are having our day-to-day schedules and it's going hard even to take an hour for the realization through this meditation class, I want to ask whether the knowledge, awareness, purity, and soul consciousness is fair enough to live the life happily and serve the purpose for which God has asked me.
Yeah, but It is first thing is knowledge, because input of knowledge will trigger everything else inside. There are virtues and some other powers hidden in the soul, but that will emerge through the wisdom that we listen from Shiv Baba every day in the Murli. If you have any problem regarding the schedule or timings, there might be other slots available as well. So try to adjust your time. As I mentioned, that this is something which is very, very important, and at least for a month. First, at least for a month, because when you experiment it by yourself, next 1 month, continuously practice listening to Murli and trying to implement that in your life, you will find a lot of difference. And you are right now, you're saying you're very busy, but you might feel after some time that you were busy in some wasteful things also. Because of the waste thoughts, our energy is wasted a lot during the day. That is saved, and you can actually make time. So you will find that it is possible. But first, you have to take a step for that, because it's for your own benefit. And until you try, you can't see that. So I would suggest that to all of you, actually, I would suggest that at least for a month, continue this class, and the sisters will be taking out time for all of you and also arranging other classes as well, some other special classes to understand Baba's knowledge. So this is my advice.
Didi, when I sit to meditate for a while, I am getting headache. How to overcome this?
Yeah, some people have this question, because what happens is that what you're doing sometimes, because when we say I'm a soul, I'm a shining star here, some people, they try to force themselves to see the star. So they put a strain on their eyes and on their head to look at that shining star, and it becomes very hard, and sometimes it gives you headache. But the thing is that when you sit in meditation, you have to be very gentle with yourself. You just have to be aware that I am a soul. You don't have to look at it here, because it's nothing to be seen through these eyes. It's only to be experienced. So you just have to be in that awareness, in that feeling, in that understanding that I am a soul. Make yourself light and be gentle with yourself.
Okay, I think that was the last question for the day. And before leaving, I have to make an announcement once again, because it's really important for us to follow. If we have to follow up with you, you'll have to send your datas, and please, that these datas will be completely safe with us, so don't be reluctant in that way. So all those who are listening or have attended this course via Zoom, YouTube, or Facebook, kindly send your details, which includes your name, country, city, and WhatsApp number. And you have to send these details to the WhatsApp number 9953019549. Once again, 9953019549. So you can be sure that this data will be completely safe with us. Okay, Didi, and I would like to thank you on behalf of everyone. Thank you so much for being with us and for guiding us through this Raj Yoga meditation course and revealing the secret of self, Supreme Soul, and the universe in general. We are really, really grateful for the time and effort you took to share this knowledge and as well as your experiences. We thank you for your valuable contribution. Thank you so much. Thanks a lot. And thanks to all the participants. So the Murli class will continue from tomorrow at the same time. For some time, we'll continue on the same time. After that, according to convenience, we might shift the time. Thank you so much, Didi. Thanks to all.
And thanks to all the volunteers also who have been taking out time for serving all of you. The whole team was preparing for this many days before the course, during the course, and they will be also doing follow-up with all of you. So special thanks to the team. Thank you so much.
Thank you on behalf of the team too. Would you like to say something to the participants? Last.
Yeah, actually, everyone, I feel if you can raise your hands for joining the Murli class from tomorrow. I would like to see your hands. Thank you so much. Yeah, just because when tomorrow we'll show you one more video about raising hand in front of God. What does it mean? It really gives a lot of strength. Thank you so much. Yeah, thank you. There are many. Yeah, thank you so much.
Thank you. Thanks
We'll
to
see
all
you
once
again.
again. Thank you. Om Shanti.